All right, buckle up. Lululemon is going after Costco. Yeah, that Costco. The athletic wear giant just slapped Costco with a lawsuit. They're accusing Costco of peddling knockoff gear, straight up faking their designs and trying to ride Lululemon's reputation. This isn't just a friendly spat, it's a full blown battle over who owns a look and a feeling in the fashion world. Lululemon says Costco is selling look-alike hoodies, jackets, and pants that are so close to Lululemon's own popular gear, it's wild. Think of those famous Lululemon Scuba Hoodies, Define jackets with their unique lines, or the versatile ABC pants. Lululemon claims Costco has items that mirror these, and it's not just under Costco's private label, Kirkland. Some of these alleged fakes are coming from other brands like Danskin, Jockey, Spider, and High Tech, but they're all ending up on Costco's shelves. Lululemon is really steamed about this. They say Costco is ripping off their patented designs, their brand trademarks, and even the unique visual appearance of their products. Lululemon calls itself a path-breaking company, one that has set new standards for athletic wear since it started back in 1998. They invest heavily, we're talking serious cash, into research, development, and design. They work hard on construction techniques and strategic fits that make their clothes stand out. So, when Costco sells something that looks nearly identical, Lululemon sees it as a direct threat to all that effort and investment. Here's the real gut punch. These Costco dupes are selling for way less. We're talking a Lululemon scuba hoodie that goes for around $120, while Costco's version might be available for around $8. That's a staggering difference. And those Lululemon ABC pants that can cost up to around $150, Costco's Kirkland version is just around $20. That's not just a price difference, that's a chasm. And it's why shoppers are paying attention. Lululemon argues this isn't just about copying, it's about confusing you, the customer. They say some people might actually believe they're buying real Lululemon gear, or even worse, that Lululemon itself somehow made these cheaper versions for Costco. The complaint even highlighted articles from big news outlets asking, is that hoodie a Lululemon or a Costco dupe? No one has to know but you. It shows just how similar these items appear, making it hard to tell the difference. They're also pointing fingers at social media. If you've been on TikTok, you've probably seen the hashtag Lululemon dupes all over the place. Influencers use it to show off these cheap lookalikes from Costco. Lululemon says that online buzz creates a false impression, making people think these knockoffs are endorsed by them or just as good. They're saying this isn't flattery, it's straight up damaging their hard-earned reputation and the immense trust they've built with customers over 2 decades. It's about protecting their brand integrity, not just profits. Lululemon isn't backing down. They had already tried to sort this out by sending cease and desist letters to Costco, basically telling them to stop. But Lululemon claims Costco kept selling the items, so now they're going for the big guns. They want Costco to stop making, selling, importing, and even advertising these so-called dupes. They're demanding the court step in, and they've requested a jury trial. Plus, they're looking to recover their full financial losses, which means an unspecified amount of money for all the lost sales and brand damage. They want to get paid for their sweat equity. What's Costco saying? Nothing. Zip. Nada. They're just keeping quiet, letting the legal process roll out. Now, why are so many people, thousands of shoppers, taking Costco's side in all this? It's simple. Value and affordability. With inflation hitting everyone's wallets and the global economy being a wild ride, people are desperately looking for deals. If they can get something that looks and feels like Lululemon for a tiny fraction of the cost, they're absolutely going for it. Many consumers openly admit they prefer the convenience and lower prices at Costco, where they can grab activewear alongside their groceries. Shoppers often argue that these designs aren't exact copies, just similar enough to get the job done without the premium price tag. The consensus online seems to be not a single person has ever been confused if they're buying Lululemon or Kirkland. Many say they know it's not Lululemon, they just don't want to pay Lululemon prices for stylish workout gear. There's also a sentiment that Lululemon itself has some issues. People are talking about its credibility dropping in recent years, with some claiming a decline in quality despite rising costs. On the flip side, Costco is often seen as caring more about things like diversity, equity, and inclusion, which might influence some consumer consumers' loyalty. For many, it's not just a price choice, it's a statement. This whole dupe culture isn't new, but it has exploded recently. It's a direct response to consumers trying to cope with economic pressures. Social media platforms, especially TikTok, have become central to this, with accounts dedicated to finding and sharing the best dupes. It's made the phenomenon much more visible than ever before. Lululemon has clearly noticed this growing trend. In 2023, they even launched a dupe swap initiative, trying to get customers to trade their cheaper lookalikes for authentic Lululemon products. That just shows how seriously they take this threat to their brand. It's not the first time Lululemon has gone to court over this kind of thing either. Back in 2021, they sued Peloton for allegedly making similar-looking apparel. Interestingly, 2 years later, they settled that case and even partnered up to sell co-branded clothing. This past history shows Lululemon's aggressive stance on protecting its intellectual property, but also its willingness to find alternative solutions. This current lawsuit comes at a bit of a rocky time financially for Lululemon. Their stock has been struggling, down about 37% for the year. They recently had to cut their full-year financial forecast, citing a, quote, dynamic macro environment. Sales in the first quarter were only up about 1%, when analysts had predicted a 3% rise. Their CEO even admitted he wasn't happy with their U.S. sales performance, acknowledging a growing sense of caution among shoppers. They've blamed tariffs and increased competition from other brands for some of their recent struggles, and they've even floated the idea of, quote, modest price increases on some products to offset these tariff impacts. Plus, some industry insiders say Lululemon has been lacking newness in their designs, which is a key way retailers attract customers. So this battle isn't just about a hoodie or some yoga pants. It's about who owns a design, who gets to profit from it, and what happens when cheap lookalikes flood the market. Legal experts are watching closely because this case could set a major precedent for trade dress and intellectual property laws in the retail industry. Small details like a unique striping pattern on a jacket can become protected identifiers. If Lululemon wins, it could mean a new, tougher rulebook for how all retailers can copy each other's styles. If they lose, expect to see even more dupes everywhere as discount retailers feel emboldened. It's a high-stakes game. This case highlights the constant tension between premium brands trying to protect their exclusivity and budget retailers offering more accessible fashion. Consumers are caught in the middle, often choosing value. That's the lowdown on the Lululemon versus Costco showdown. This isn't just a legal fight, it's a glimpse into the future of retail. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights into how these big business battles impact your wallet. And hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on what's next.